So what came about this vision is that I have to share this with you, my story a little bit, to give you a little history, because sometimes when people enter your lives at this point, right? Many who've entered my life at this point, they think that I started here and I didn't start here. You know, we all have a journey, right?
Of
And
course.
so I explained how my mom raised my brother and myself on a fifth grade education, but it came to that because I lost my dad when I was 5. He died at a horrible construction accident, and so my mom, he was the, you know, patriarch. He was the man, head of the household. She did not have a job outside of the household. So she had a high social intelligence and emotional intelligence, where she was able to, although she may have only had a fifth grade education, she was able to raise my brother and myself on her own. So, speeding up, when I was in my senior year of high school, I noticed a change in her, and she began to suffer from a severe case of mental illness. And so one night, she, 3 a.m. in the morning, she threw bullets against my locked door and threatened to kill me. And so, as a result of that, I had to quickly leave home, and then it was one episode after another episode. So I lived in survival mode, and um, and then I started losing family members. So I lost her 10 years ago, and then couple of years after that, I lost one of my best friends. And then after that, I left my own, you know, I lost my only living grandmother, who poured a lot of wisdom into me, followed by, oh, I forgot to mention that I had lost my 3-year old bonus daughter at a time in a car accident. And so my last death was my brother, and he was my only sibling, and he died suddenly as well, at the age of 49. And the last 30 days that I spent with him was the most impactful ever, because for one, we didn't know definitely that he was going to pass away. We were preparing for him to live. And so, but what was important during that time, I explained to you that 10-year span, that decade, I had to continue, you know, to say, and I remember one of my supervisors at the time when I was working in the federal government say to me, Jim, reach within, reach within. And I used to be like, what is she talking about? And then I started getting it. And in spite of what I was going through internally, there was some inner strength that was there. And my inner strength, and reaching within can look different for anybody, is whatever your faith is and whatever your foundational base is. Mine was, you may have heard this, you know, prayers of my mother, prayers of my grandmother,
Yeah.
prayers of my aunties, who, you know, and I continue to say, you know, it's a scripture that I use, not to make this, you know, too biblical, but, you know, I always kept saying, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So as things were coming at me, I was like, I can't give up. I can't
Mhm.
give up. I got children. I got, you know, at that time I was leading, you know, a organization of 70 plus people, overseeing $1 billion budget. I could not crack and fall. So I did everything. You can kind of see my logo behind me. I did everything within my power to reach within, to go to a place that was the core of my heart, and said, where can I find those strengths to continue along that road, which is called the empowerment journey. So each time I was able to reach within, I felt extra power as I was helping people, as I was healing along the way.